Black Widow had that trash wig, that red wig that she had. Oh my day, it looked like some yardie wig. Serious, it looked like some yardie wig. Welcome to Agents of Screen, the home for the best trailer reactions in the world. Yes, I said
in the world.
In the world. Listen, the proof is in the pudding. That being said, I'm your boy Miles and I'm joined by fellow agent Daryl.
Yeah, real talk. AKA DK in the building.
AKA DK in the building.
AKA AOS God.
AOS God.
Yeah.
Okay, I see. Yeah. You know me, I'm AKA the Pink Panther, AKA the dark skin Enrique Iglesias.
Damn.
You know, all of that. But why we're here is of course for the trailer reaction for Black Widow, the first Marvel movie since Avengers Endgame. Endgame?
Yeah, it is.
Since Avengers Endgame. It's going to be coming out May 1st, 2020.
No, that's not true. It's the Spider-Man, isn't it?
Of course.
Yeah.
So no, the first movie since Spider-Man Far From Home.
Yep.
Obviously, we don't know what to really expect from this. Obviously, in the current status, Black Widow is dead.
Yes.
You know, she got pushed off the cliff.
Oh,
Or
well,
she threw herself off the cliff. You know?
Yeah.
And so what are you expecting from this trailer? Is there anything you want to see? Anything that you don't want to see?
Okay. What I love to see with this is I kind of always wanted to see a Black Widow origin, and I'll tell you why. Only because everyone obviously got their shot. There was always like alluded to her past, but never actually dug into it. Mm-hmm. Like if you notice back in what's that one, Age of Ultron, they showed like a kind of snippet of her life when
with the ballerinas.
With Scarlet Witch going into her mind and stuff.
Yeah.
And I felt like Black Widow has the potential to have such a sick story origin, because there's so much stuff that happened to her when she was a child. In Russia, how she grew up, how she trained, all of that. Yeah. No one talks about her mentors. No one talks about who she is affiliated with. Nothing. So I felt that was kind of a robbery in a little bit, and I hope for this one, if I'm honest, I've only seen the thumbnail, so I honestly assumed it was going to be a younger Black Widow.
Okay, which would make sense.
Yeah, like a younger Black Widow, maybe around, you'll show bits of her when she was like a teenager, but now it seems like she's aged on a bit. So I feel like you're showing an origin story, unless they do that de-aging thing, which I don't know. But I just wanted to see a more younger Black Widow. Yeah. But again, I haven't seen it, so I don't know what they're doing.
And they have a bit of a black canvas. Obviously, Black Widow in the comics is not a new character.
No.
But in terms of a backstory, compared to the other characters in the MCU,
what they want.
Yeah, it's not as well known. You don't know who her rogues gallery is. You don't know who her mentors are, as you said. You know, I had to do some research myself. I think, what's the guy's name? Red Guardian?
Oh, I think I saw a picture of him. He looked like Zangief. He had like this...
Yeah, so apparently he's like the Soviets' answer to Captain America. Like, that's how they... So,
okay.
You know, so,
he's got serum in that?
Yeah.
I've never heard of this man.
Exactly. I never heard of him either, but it's only reading into it. So, hopefully the trailer will give us some kind of light into what's going to be taking place. One thing I do not want to see though, is supposedly back in the day. Remember, Black Widow had that trash wig, that red wig that she had. Oh my day, it looked like some yardie wig. Serious, it looked like some yardie wig. Like, this is some big Hollywood film. Surely they had like a better selection of wigs. I hope I do not see that again.
Okay.
Yeah, that red wig was peak.
I mean, I really would have loved to have seen a younger version, but fine. You know, I get. And to be fair, Scarlett deserves one now, because she's, you know, everyone else had their shot.
She's been in there from the beginning.
I mean, even Captain Marvel had hers, and she literally just come in, which is a bit of a.
Yeah, speaking of origins and female-led movies, superhero movies, that's another thing I hope. I hope it's not as trash as Captain Marvel was.
Whoa, so you're confirming Captain Marvel was trash?
I believe so. Like, in terms of the origin stories or solo movies,
okay,
I think she has probably the worst.
The worst.
You could probably argue maybe Dark World.
Yeah.
Hulk which of those three, which would you prefer to watch? I would prefer to watch Hulk. Than Captain Marvel. That's a no-brainer, no?
Okay, and there's a lot of female pandering stuff. You know, the music, as I've said in the review, I was not a fan of.
And that end sequence.
Oh, I'm just a girl. I'm just punching people in their face. Nah, I'm cool. I'm good.
Not the words though.
It was something like that. Anyway. It was something like that.
But that being said, we've spoken enough about, you know, the MCU. let's get into the trailer.
Cool.
I hope it's good. Really?
I have high hopes for this.
Yeah.
I hope they don't pander too much to like, you know, keep informing us that she's a female when, you know, like someone punches her and goes, hey, I don't just go down like that. I'm a woman. I don't want to hear any of that shit.
That reminds me of, what do you call it? Dark Phoenix. Why is it called X-Men?
Yeah. I don't want to. I really just make a good movie. I feel like this movie could be the dark horse though, because
let's wait. Let's save that. Let's save
outside the lines.
Let's save it till after. Let's see.
Right,
Teaser trailer. Black Widow. Let's get.
I used to have nothing.
This is what you're talking about from Ultron. She looks younger than her, with a fringe.
I got this job. This family. But nothing lasts forever.
Put the hair back to make her look a bit younger.
Heard you had to leave in a hurry.
It's never easy these days.
Looks like London, isn't it? King's Cross.
Yeah.
So what are you going to do?
That's that guy.
I've lived a lot of lives, but I'm done running from my past.
I know you're out there.
I know you know I'm out here. So we're gonna talk like grown-ups?
Is that what we are?
Black Widow 2. Of course, she has a arch nemesis,
okay.
isn't it?
It's good to see you too, sis.
Oh, raw.
What brings you home?
They know she had a sister.
We have unfinished business.
But they should have the same age.
I go back to where it all started.
Lucky us.
I just want to know when this is.
Honestly, it was that a room full of Black
It'll
Widows.
be a hell of a reunion.
Yeah. Oh, what's her face? Rachel Weisz.
Yeah. Man, like Hopper.
Zangief!
Still fits. Family. Back together again.
You got fit.
Wait, he's got two sisters. Oh, that's the mom.
I think that's supposed to be Taskmaster. Teaser for real.
Yeah, that was a teaser. I appreciate that it's a teaser because normally these teasers are like, it feels like it's 3 or 4 minutes long, but that seemed quite short, even though it was 2 minutes.
Yeah.
It seemed shorter than.
It did.
Yeah.
I feel like 90 seconds. But
What do you think?
what I will say off the bat,
Yeah.
why is she the only one that doesn't have a Russian accent?
I'd imagine that they will probably explain. But then this also kind of makes you think, what period is this based in? Because judging on that trailer, I didn't see any young version of her.
Yeah, that's true.
Like a flashback or something. Obviously, they showed the Age of Ultron thing as I was discussing, but I didn't see like a younger version. So it feels like, at what point is this?
The only way I think they might try to make it work is say that this was like directly before Iron Man 2 or something.
Yeah.
Just to say like it wasn't when she was like mad young.
Yeah, the guy that initiated the original whole Civil War
Ross.
thing. Yeah, he was there. They definitely did a de-aging thing on him. I saw that. I don't know what to think about this, you know. I was expecting.
They didn't give us much.
Yeah,
obviously
and I allowed them. It's a teaser, isn't it?
They gave us a little taster with the choreography, action choreography.
Yeah.
You know, woman against woman. She has a sister.
Yes, which I didn't know. I had no clue about.
And it seemed like she has like a core family. I don't know who the other woman is, Rachel Weisz.
Yeah.
And you have obviously Hopper from Stranger Things. He's playing Red Guardian.
Yeah.
And as I was saying, Red Guardian is like the Soviet answer to Captain America. So it seems like he used to be
that guy.
Yeah, that guy. But
he
now
might
he's
be
putting
like,
back on the suit for the first time. He's saying, yeah, it fits.
I feel like though, I don't know, the characters didn't. I keep saying it's just a teaser, but I don't feel moved by this.
No.
It didn't feel, oh my god, I need to watch. You know, maybe the second trailer, maybe that'll show a bit more. But I want to try and stay clear from that. I kind of want to watch this with
fresh eyes.
Yeah. So, what do you think of the sister then?
In terms of what?
What is that, White Widow? I don't like what.
But you did see like a snippet of like a room full of black widows or widows.
Trainer.
You had some like black girl there with an afro. You saw like a few of them training.
Yeah. I feel like it's a set period. Like we'll say, I feel like it's gonna be before Iron Man 2, when she just goes over to the Americans and then she gets hired by S.H.I.E.L.D. or whatever the case may be. But I wanted it to go way. I mean, again, the teaser didn't show much, but I feel like this movie, the majority of the trailer looked like they were just focusing on a specific point. Yeah. And it didn't seem like it went even further back. I was expecting like further back. That sort of kind of teenager level, because that looked like maybe mid-20s. Yeah, that sort of thing. I just wanted to see the build up, but then again, like I said, I just don't feel like, I don't know, I wasn't.
Maybe they have a plan, some sort of plan. I don't know if this is just going to be the first one or they're going to do like a Black Widow 2. Yeah, still too early.
And maybe will it link to future MCU movies in the sense that
you might get some characters.
Even though she's
like,
so even though she's dead, will they kind of maybe bring her sister in?
Maybe.
To the next one,
maybe.
Because I know they do that sometimes, where they make a like kind of what they did with Captain Marvel, where they were showing you those scrolls or something, whatever, scrolls, and they were showing those guys, even though they were never shown before in any of the movies, and maybe they put them there now to bring them later on.
Could make sense.
So this could happen.
And what did you make of the? Obviously, you only saw a brief glimpse of Taskmaster, who we're gonna assume that he's the villain in this piece.
So that's confirmed, Taskmaster.
Yes.
So, okay.
I don't know much about him personally.
That was literally just a small
But in terms of what he looked like, even though he didn't look anything special, he kind of looked like Night Monkey. Yeah. A little bit.
I remember that.
He kind of looked like Night Monkey. Yeah. So
I honestly thought, out of all the movies, the direction I'd love them to go with this is they had the chance to make something. I don't want to say R-rated or anything like that, but I feel like this is not a movie for kids, in my opinion. Based on the type of character Widow is. It's not meant for, Iron Man, Thor, these kids can kind of watch PG. I was expecting kind of like a more matured, because of the nature of her, of who she is and what she's done in her past. Because I don't know if you remember, in one of the Avengers, she said she had so much red on her ledger that she wanted to wipe it clean. And that I would.
Hey, that's a good point. Actually. So Budapest.
Yeah,
I want to see what Budapest.
Oh, when they were discussing, well, you don't want it to be one of them Star Wars moments where they did a solo movie and they tried to explain all the references
like
that was ever meant. Yeah. So maybe you want to kind of like some of those things can kind of just be held back. But at the same time, like I said, I would like to know when we see these references in these movies that we've had in the past. I'd like to see why she is so scarred from her past, because she always talks about how bad she was, how messed up she did things. This is what I'm saying, the potential of this movie, there's so much content for them to mess about with that I'm not saying it can't go wrong, but
actually we've come to find out with some research that this film is actually set in the period after Civil War.
Okay.
But she decides to side with Cap, who is a fugitive at this point, and before Infinity War.
Okay.
So she goes into hide and Tony Stark says to her, they're gonna come for you.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be, set in that period there. Yeah. Unfortunately, it's not gonna be the young Black Widow that you wanted.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be potentially featuring some other Avengers, possibly Robert Downey Jr. Don't know if he's confirmed or not. Don't know how I feel about that per se.
Yeah.
And I think the reason why we didn't know the time period is because we didn't really read up on this movie. We're just going in fresh.
I wanted to go in blind, so
looking at the trailers, trying to figure out the clues from this trailer. But it goes along with what we were saying about she looks older in this film.
Yeah.
How do you feel about it being in that time period?
I mean, it's a shame though, because like I said, I feel like this character has a lot of potential to really show, because I think she deserves an origin story. So in my opinion, this is technically not an origin story.
Yeah, it's just a movie.
And it's a movie set in a place that not say I don't really care about, but it's not particularly anything I
never wondered about. It's like,
never really.
What is Natasha Romanoff up to
between
right
Civil
now?
War and this? I've never thought that, but I can tell you what I did think is I wanted to see young. Black Widow.
Maybe in Black Widow 2,
her mentor stuff.
It'll be like, Like
even
the
that
origin.
Yeah, maybe. I mean,
Another
even
prequel.
a prequel to the original.
And the third one will be like.
I mean, the thing is, there's so much potential in a true prequel. And I know maybe some people might not want a prequel of her, but even things like, you know, her classic move with the Hurricanrana thing, where she jumps on your neck and starts doing that. Yeah. Like, you know, seeing the person that done that first or something,
her,
and she'd be like, oh man, I wish that sort of stuff, like the nostalgia stuff. You see her do all these like signature moves she had before, you know, her throwing a punch or something, and then someone showing her, no, that's not how you do it. This, like, you know, I would have loved to, because she deserves origin story, and I feel like this is just, yes, okay, you've given her the opportunity to have her own movie, but I don't really care about that period. It never bothered me the slightest.
We'll have to see what they do with it. And in addition to, you have Taskmaster there, so he is also in that time period, and you never hear anything about him. So we're gonna assume that he's gonna get defeated. And two, he never really made much of a ripple effect because they don't mention him at all. So you have to wait and see how they deal with it.
Unless he goes into hiding, right? And then he comes out later on. This is what I mean. It's just, I just feel like she just had so much content to build on, and they just choose this period.
But the two things I've noticed, the first thing is that the bits which you can tell are CGI.
Yeah.
When they're holding on to the building is falling and they're holding on. The CGI looked a bit iffy there.
Okay.
And when she's falling through the sky with all the rubble, that looked a bit iffy as well. And also, I feel like the tone of the movie seemed quite grounded. You know, obviously she's not enhanced in any way. She's just a very good spy, assassin, all of that. So it felt more Bourne Identity type.
It does kind of look Bourne Identity-ish in a sense that even that room that she's in with her sister. There's a scene in Bourne Identity when someone tries to come and assassinate him, and it looks very like that room. Really? They're fighting, you know, on the balcony and all that stuff. But yeah, I mean, that is pretty much the direction I would have wanted the movie to go anyway. Like, no superpowers. So if any of the Avengers show up, I feel like it will just kind of like belittle the movie a little bit in the sense that like how I feel like some of the movies that have been Marvel's best have always seemed to have been the movies that didn't really focus too much on like overpowered characters. It was like just a focused story on
like the Winter Soldier.
Winter Soldier, Civil War. Like, okay, Civil War had its moments, but you have a scenario where there's a reason why Hulk and Thor wasn't in that movie, because it just would have thrown the movie into something else. Like, imagine Hulk on one side and Thor on the other. It would just destroy everything.
Speaking of which, I hope they, because of her skill set, they show her abilities, show her attributes. Hopefully the action choreography is sick. And they need really to like zone in and make sure because that's a skill set.
And that's another thing. She's the main character in this now, so she's gonna have way more lines than she had before.
Yeah, well, it's Scarlet, isn't it? So
So she's gonna have way more lines than she had before. We're gonna be fully focused on Black Widow this time as well. It's not gonna be a side bit or, you know, she's doing bits on the side. You're gonna get full on, you know, 2-hour movie or whatever the case may be of it. So
but that's pretty much everything. What's your anticipation level for this movie?
I mean, since you did that intermission, it just ruined my hopes. And you know, I think I'll give this out of 5, maybe a 3.5.
Okay, that's quite high to be fair.
You think so?
Yeah.
No, I think I should bring it down a bit because I don't want people to assume that I'm excited about this.
I think they can tell from your face.
So okay, taking that back, I'll say I'm gonna go with 2.5.
Well, it is a Marvel movie. I do enjoy most Marvel movies. I'll give it the benefit of the doubt. But based on this trailer solely, it doesn't excite me. So I would give it, I'll say, you know, 2 out of 5. 2 out of 5 stars. 2 out of 5 Red Guardians. 2 out of 5 whatever you want to call it. 2 out of 5 stars. Taskmasters or whatever.
Taskmasters.
But am I thinking? You see, in Black Widow's story, does she say at any point that she can't have kids or something? Does she say that?
That's right. No, so she's with Hulk in, I believe it's Age of Ultron. They're in, what's his name? Hawkeye's house.
Okay.
And he gets out of the shower, and they start having a conversation. She's like, yeah, we'll lovey-dovey with him. And he's like, what are you doing? You know, I can't have kids, blah, blah, blah. Okay. And then she says, oh well, I can't either or whatever or something like that. So it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Or
So
like
even like something like that, which is quite deep.
Yeah.
You know, it would be interesting if they were to touch on something like that, which is basically her origin, a scarred past. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see how it kind of unfolds and transpires. But yeah, that's been our trailer reaction for Black Widow, which will be the first MCU movie in 2020, coming out in May 1st. How do you feel about it? Are you excited? Are you not excited? Let us know in the comments below. I've been your boy Miles. And he... Man, forgot his name. That's how disappointed he.
And I'm DK in the building.
Yeah, man's DK in the building. We'll have another trailer reaction coming very soon. And until the next video, peace.